Hi everyone, it's Nicole here from My Dear Charlie and welcome back. If you're new to my channel, then a big welcome to you too. Today's just a quick video. I have been asked about printing on fabric. Some people have concerns that it may ruin their printer. I was a bit like that when I first started. But what I decided to do was just change things a little bit. It's still the same principle as anyone else that would do it, but it's just the way I cut my fabric. So what I have here, that's an A4 size sheet of paper. Here in Australia, A4 is our standard size as opposed to US, and I'm not sure what other countries you have letter size. So you do whatever size suits your printer. So I have a piece of paper. I cut my fabric, and as you can see, I cut it slightly bigger than the paper, and I'll explain the reason as I go along. Underneath I have a bigger sheet yet again, and that is my freezer paper that adheres to the fabric, and you need that bigger than your sheet of fabric, otherwise it'd be really hard to peel off, and you sort of know when it's ready because it will stick down onto your ironing board. Okay, so what I do, I don't need that. I'm just going to plug my iron in. So excuse me if my voice fades away. So I'll just get that preheated. Just a little thing about freezer paper. In Australia, we don't have freezer paper in our supermarkets. We have at Spotlight, you can get like a quilting paper, which is the same kind of thing, which I had bought in the past. Then I found some Reynolds freezer paper on eBay from an Australian supplier, and I thought, oh great, I'll get that. And I think it was a pack of 2 rolls, and it was about $53 with shipping. But I thought, oh well, you know, at least that's going to last a while. Which I still haven't used the first roll, and I've printed a lot of fabric. But we have a shop here called USA Foods. It sells all American foods, and I noticed online they had some there, so I thought, okay, well, I'm going to stock up. It was a lot less than $53 for two rolls, so I think I bought about 6 rolls, so that should keep me going for quite a few years. But anyway, what I will do now, I'm just going to go over there. So you're just going to see a green mat. Sorry about that, a bit boring. So I'm just going to iron this freezer paper on. So you iron it, you put the fabric down first, and then you put the freezer paper on top. You'll be able to see the edges through the freezer paper, so you'll know that you've got an edge around your fabric, which is what you want. Like I said, it makes it a lot easier to peel off. Alright, so I iron. Sorry I can't show you this bit of the process. It's pretty boring anyway. I start in the middle, go out to the corner, do that all the way around. I'm just giving it a really good press. What you want to make sure is that it's ironed evenly, like the edges and the middle. You don't want any bubbles or bumps, because to me, I just think the flatter and smoother it is, the better it's going to go through the printer. So as you can see, I give this a really good iron. Have the heat on pretty high because you want to make sure that the plastic backing on the freezer paper is, well, the fabric is sticking to that plastic backing on the paper. So I always make sure I go around the edges about 100 times because that's just how I roll. Okay, nearly done. It's probably well done, but you know, I just can't help myself. It's just what I do. Keep going and going and going. Okay, so as you can see, that's all nicely smooth and it's all adhered on. So what I do now is I bring back my A4 sheet of paper I lay that down on top, and I get my ruler. I use this We Are Memory Keepers ruler. It's good because it's got the little rubber bit so it grips to it. This is actually one of my favourite tools. So what I do is I line it up with the edges of the A4 so it's not going to cut the A4 paper. I use a rotary cutter. I just find they're really sharp, and I don't know, I just like it better than scissors because I know I get a really sharp one. That's just a piece of paper where I've trimmed it right on the edge, but that's okay. You want to get it as true to size as possible. You don't want it wonky because you don't want it to pull through your printer on an uneven angle. Okay, halfway there. Straighten that up. So you just want to make sure you're all straight around your edges. Can't pick that up. Okay, back on track. 2 cuts to go. Now the other thing I recommend with your printer is if you have one with a rear paper slot, I recommend you use that because it goes through flat. It doesn't have to go around any curves to print. Mine, I've got quite a big printer that prints A3, well, it actually prints A3 plus, not that I've ever seen any A3 plus paper. But I like printing on A3 because I get quite a bit. Sometimes that's all I need for a whole project is the one sheet. Okay, so take the paper away. And there we go. We've got beautiful smooth edges. As you can see, there's no frays. So there's nothing that should jam up your printer. Because I couldn't imagine anything worse than you send it through and you get, you know, the edges fraying and wrapping around the rollers in there, and I imagine that would do quite a bit of damage. I don't know, you know, maybe you'd have to sit there and pick it all out. But that's how I do mine to make sure everything's nice and smooth. I cut it as evenly as possible, and that's about it. But if you do have any questions, please do leave them in the comments section. I will get back to you. It's Wednesday afternoon here in Australia, about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So there's some of you that are still sound asleep, yet to wake up to Wednesday. But I do get back to you as soon as possible. But just to show, that's one that I printed yesterday. Again, you know, it just prints so beautifully, and you're going to have fabrics that nobody else is going to have when you start doing your own. That's actually one design that I've just multiplied on there, bigger, smaller. That's for my next project, which I will be doing a tutorial on as well. So anyway, thank you again for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you've got any questions, please leave them in the comments section. And if you're new to my channel and you'd like to see what else will be coming up, please feel free to click on subscribe, and I'll hopefully have some more hints, tips and projects for you. Well, I will very soon. Anyway, have a great day everybody. See you next time. Bye.